way that it is not striving for God. It is called Siddharth Fisability, fighting for the purpose of God, for the instructions of God. And if you are not fighting according to the instructions of God, then this is called Fasad, corruption, violence. Fisability Tahu, in the way of the Satan, according to the Satan's command to you, to the human being. And then I continue the word translation. And for those who being weak are oppressed, men, women and children. This is reference to the Meccan Muslims who were oppressed, wrong only because they had accepted Islam, including men, women and children, whose cry is, O our Lord, rescue us from this town whose people are operating. Now this is the reason that there is a lot of operation, help us, save us from this operation, come to our help, and so the Muslims are always help them, fight for them. And raise for us from you one who will protect us. The word is Waliyuna, our protector, protecting from operation. And one who will help us. This is again repeated. Help them get free from that operation. And then God continues in the next verse, Surah 4, verse 76. Those who have accepted our messages fight in the way of Allah, and those who have rejected our messages fight in the cause of the evil. Evil is known as Taghut here. Taghut is one who is against God's command, rebelling against Allah's messages. That is Satan. That is evil doing. God does everything good, and Satan instigates that human beings should do evil, or bad things. So fight against the helpers of Satan. This is what God says, that they are helping Satan, evil doing. They are not letting Muslims to live according to their religion. Indeed, the scheme, the plan of Satan is weak. That means although Satan has instigated this, he wants that they should do it, but they will fail. They are very weak. God is very strong. God will put their condition upside down. What I want to say is that these 2 or 3 reasons given by God for fighting are misunderstood and misapplied. For example, if a group of Muslims and their leader, let me give you an example, Osama bin Laden, he is fighting the Americans or the Arabs, Saudi Arabian government or the British government. Why? Why are they fighting? What is their argument? How do they convince other Muslims, so-called Muslims? They say, Osama says to them, I listened to all his speeches on YouTube. You can also do that. He says that Muslims are oppressed. Palestinians are oppressed. They were turned out of their houses. And they are killed every day with the help of the American weapons. The weapons are supplied by Americans to the Israeli government. And the Israelis are engaged in killing Palestinians. And the people of America, they do not check their government. They do not make sure that why these weapons are given to killers of human beings. Palestinians have done nothing wrong. What I want to say is that if some Palestinian plans to kill Israeli people by bombarding or suicide bombing, you have to find those instigators. Then you have to arrest them, try them in the court of law, and you can punish them. This is the right course of action. But you cannot kill people on suspicion. Let's take an example. You are Americans, civilized people. If some citizen is suspected to kill you, do you have the right to kill him? You don't. If you have a suspicion, either you collect evidence for that suspicion, I mean the threat, witnesses who say that he is threatening to kill you, that intention should be shown by evidence. And then he is punished by the court of law, not by you. You have no right. You have right to complain. My point is that Osama is wrong. That Osama is rejecting God's command. That Osama is not a true Muslim. That he is instigating people. He is an evil doer. And he is very cunning. Because he is getting their sympathy from the example of innocent people who are killed by Israelis in Palestine. They don't understand that this is not the right, that Osama has no authority to plan killing. Then some people say that Osama did not do it, that the 9/11 incident was planned by the government itself, American government. They managed to do it, engineered by them. I think it is totally wrong. There is no evidence. How can 19 people, Arabs, be selected for doing this job? How can they be sent without money, without any motive behind it? And how can they learn flying there? And how can they kidnap planes? They take over planes by force, by mistake. And how can they kill so many innocent people? God has not commanded that. This is against the commands of God. God says, if you kill one man without any reason, without any cause, right cause as given by God, you are killing the whole human being, humanity, all people. Killing is not at all allowed. One who has murdered somebody can only be killed by the government, not by any group of people, not by one man. So there is a need to tackle the terrorists. Muslims can never be terrorists. They are so-called Muslims who don't actually follow God. There is not a single reference given by Osama bin Laden in any of his speech. Perhaps they have not read the Holy Quran. They will. And you know what reason that he gave to the Saudi government to be against the American forces, to expel them from Saudi Arabia? I have read about it. He is an Aslafi. Aslafi in Arabic means one who believes in the forefathers' belief, in the forefathers' faith. And forefathers here means all the holy scholars who interpreted the Holy Quran wrongly by following the so-called ahadith, which are baseless, unauthentic. The only authentic hadith is which is in conformity with the Holy Quran. If some hadith agrees with the basic principle of the Holy Quran, it is right. Because the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam could never have said anything against the Holy Quran. He always followed the Holy Quran. He was the model, the example. He practices all the principles of the Holy Quran. Thank you very much for listening.